me, today's live is about where is your focus? And this came about because I have been talking to members of my VIP group about what they're trying to manifest. This in July and June, the focus has been on generating currency and looking at what's in the way of generating currency. And for most people, when they have desires, we have desires around health, which includes, our weight, our body. Maybe you have an illness that you're trying to improve and get rid of, heal from. For many of us, it's around money so that we can have hi, Carolina. It's around money so we can have the experiences and feel the freedom we want. For others, it will be around romance and relationships. And I'm going to lump that under family. So, family includes your biological family, adoptive fostering family. It can involve your friends. It will involve your animals, your spiritual companions, and it will also involve your romantic relationships. And we all want to manifest different things with those things. Now, Facebook has just told me that we're having some connection issues. So if this stops and starts, it's because of my internet, which has been playing up for a couple of days. Don't really know why, but there you go. It has been. So most of us have desires around those things. And in the VIP membership, we have been looking at some of those things that are in the way of them generating currency. And as I was talking to each of the members, I was really struck about where was their focus. And this is a really common thing when we're manifesting. Many of us, our focus will be on the absence or the lack of the thing we want. So if you want, for example, a feeling of freedom, but you are feeling trapped, unless you address that feeling of being trapped, you're never going to reach freedom, because vibrationally, the feeling you're emitting is one of being trapped. Likewise, if you want to generate more money, but you are feeling hidden, unheard, if you are feeling uncreative, then it's very difficult for you to feel rich, right? Or to feel financially free, because you don't feel those ways. Manifesting is always about the feeling, it's never anything else. The how the thing you want is going to appear in your life, none of your business. I was talking to one of the members today and I was saying, that process of manifesting involves so many elements. You've got time as an element. Hi, Mickey. You've got coincidence and probability and possibility, opportunity. You also have the feeling being emitted by you. You have the matching response from the universe. There's so much involved in your manifesting that you can't even begin to comprehend it, and it'll make your mind boggle if you tried to. So when you're manifesting, you have to really, really be aware of where is your focus, okay? And in that focus, how are you also feeling truthfully? Are you feeling really angry and frustrated by the delay of the thing that you want, or by the absence of the thing you want? And I'll give you an example. I used to, money was a big thing for me to focus on. But underneath it was a real sense of, this is really unfair. I'm a good person. I do good things. I help people. My work is about helping people, and I was cross with God actually. And so it's what I was emitting was a desire for more money, but actually the feeling I was sending out into the universe was, I'm frustrated, life is unfair, and I feel poor actually. And so that's what the universe brought me: more opportunities to feel frustrated, more opportunities to feel cross, and more opportunities to feel poor. So how does feeling poor show up? The unexpected bill that wipes out your savings, or you've got some money that comes in and straight away has to be spent. Yeah. These were some of the examples of what I was experiencing when I did not address what I was really feeling. So you have to Once you know what you're feeling, what you're truly feeling, and you might have to admit that to yourself, you have to then start to create balance. And you have to get to a point where you can feel good even though the thing you want has not manifested in your life. Because whenever your focus goes to the lack or the absence, and remember, this is a process. So you're not going to go from feeling the lack of something or the absence of something to feeling gratitude and feeling really good like overnight. No, it might take you months to feel that way. But that's okay because you're a physical human and you're going to experiment and you're going to learn, and then you're going to maybe fall over a bit and then experiment some more and learn some more. So you're just going to keep going back and forth until you've developed your new habit of believing that what you want will manifest. Now, the other thing to notice with lack and where your focus is, let's say you want to focus on money, manifesting some money into your experience, and you also want to win the lottery. If you feel a lack in one area of your life, it will affect all the other areas of your life. They're not separate. So let's say you want to win the lottery, but you're feeling a real lack of something within your relationships, yeah, or within your business or within your job, whatever it is, support, whatever. You will find that it affects the lottery win. Why? Because according to the universe, it's not going, oh, they're feeling it with their relationships, not with the lottery. No, they're feeling it across the board. They're feeling it in everything because that is what you are emitting. So you need to, yes, sorry, it's my internet. I don't know why, Mickey. It is being very annoying. The weather is fine and Virgin are being crap. That is all I can say. Very sorry about this. So when you are manifesting, you need to become aware of what you think is lacking and what your real feelings are. You need to become aware of how you're really feeling about the lack of it. You need to make peace with where you are right now. So if your money in your bank is not enough, you need to make peace with money not being enough, right? Because this is where you're being asked to trust the universe that that money is coming to you. And that can feel hard, right? I'm not saying that it's always easy. You're going to notice your thoughts and go, have I got a practice thought around money? Something like, oh, every time I get money, it just disappears as fast as it comes. That's a thought and a feeling you're emitting, right? And the feeling you're emitting there is money doesn't last. I'm always poor. So the universe will keep bringing you more of those experiences. But if you could start changing that thought and changing it to, I really love that money keeps coming into my experience and I have more than enough money to pay my bills or pay for that unexpected thing. It's a really different feeling. It becomes a feeling of appreciation and gratitude of, oh, the universe keeps providing me more than enough money and I can actually keep paying my bills, right? So that's a really, really good place to start with. So you want to make peace with where you are. You want to then find a better feeling place for it. And then as you are working through your focus, you will notice your focus moves from lack into something like maybe gratitude, hi Kay, gratitude or appreciation. And then it will move into acceptance and expectant, right? And expectant is where you just know it's going to show up. And how do you get to expectant? You are vigilant with your thoughts. You are vigilant with your feelings. You are noticing, where am I dropping off a little? Where do I feel like it's really hard and I'm not really enjoying this? You're noticing when you feel a lack of, say, energy or lack of motivation. You're noticing and changing things up. I did exactly that today. Yesterday I had a really good work day. Woke up this morning, hadn't slept very well. I had slept, but it was just restless. And I thought I need to change up my energy, because if I sit at my laptop and try and work, it's not going to be very productive. So instead, um, I did a bit of gardening, I did some painting, I did a little bit of work. I had a call with one of my VIP members. I did some emailing. I'm talking to you guys, but my energy feels much looser today. So tonight I can make a list of the jobs I need to do for tomorrow, and I can crack on with it. Whereas historically, I would have kept on trying to work, got really frustrated, and then the feeling I would have emitted out to the universe would have been something along the lines of, oh, for God's sake, nothing ever works for me. When the reality is, that's not true, right? It's not true. Everything is always working out for me. It may not work out according to my time schedule, but it is working out for me. Okay. So I want you to notice, where are you feeling right now about the thing you're trying to manifest, and how do you really feel about it? Are you angry about its absence? Are you pissed off? Are you depressed about it? That is the feeling you need to start changing. And the easiest way to start changing it is to find small things that you can be grateful for, right? So small things can be, I have a roof over my head. Small thing can be, I get to watch TV, I have food in my fridge. There may not be a lot of food, but there's still food in your fridge. Or someone took me out for lunch, or even someone made me a cup of tea and gave it to me this evening. That's something to be grateful for. Gratitude helps start changing your vibration. Notice your thoughts, break the thought cycles, right? So today we were talking about, with my VIP member, we were talking about breaking a thought cycle, and hers was around feeling really frustrated. And I was like, so you're going to tell your brain, and that thought cycle starts up, no, we're just baking a recipe. We're making a new recipe. So we're just trying out new ingredients, and we're going to see what works and what doesn't work. It changes up what she's telling her brain. Notice what you're telling yourself. If you are saying to yourself, manifesting is hard, I can't manifest, this is all really rubbish, then that's the experience you're going to keep having. So tonight, if you have any questions on manifesting and focus, then please put them in the questions. I will answer them. I'm going to do cards. A few people have asked for cards in advance. Mickey, I'm going to assume you want a card. I know you had to go because the internet was being dodgy. But I'm going to assume that you want a card and add you to my list. Carolina, would you like one? Kay, would you like one? Denise, would you like one? Let me know. Victoria, would you like one? Lovely to see you here, Victoria. Would you like a card? The other thing about manifesting, just to say, is it's really about flowing with it. As humans, we have a timeline. So an example would be, today is the 16th of July, and by the 16th of August, I want to manifest £10,000, let's say, right? And when we feel into the flow and we ask for higher selves for what's the next step, what's the easiest step to take, we might get something, but we might doubt it because we're human and not take that step. When we don't take that step, the energy cannot flow, right? If we take the step, but we don't take it in an energy of, yeah, this is the first step, I wonder what's next. So there's excitement, there's curiosity, there's hope. But instead, if we take it in an energy of, oh, I'm a bit scared about doing this, I don't know where this is leading to, it makes the energy harder to flow, because you're not coming to it in a really, really big way. Yeah, Lisa, I had you on my list from earlier, so that's fine. I'll get you a card. I'm sorry about the signal, everyone. I don't know what Virgin are doing. My signal has been pretty crappy for 3 days now, and it keeps breaking out and kind of stalling a bit. So I apologize for that, everyone. So if you have any questions about manifesting, come back to me. If you are struggling with focus on something, let's talk about it. Let's see what your higher selves have to say, and we can go from there. Okay. So any questions so far? Let me just check on my phone because I don't always get everything on here. Okay, so I've got everything on there. I can see all the messages. Okay, so no questions. All right. So my suggestion to you all is I would like you to play with some manifesting, okay? And we're going to start with something small, right? So I want you to think of something that is something you want, but not necessarily particularly expensive or particularly big or particularly, dramatic that you want. So I don't want you to wish to manifest £10,000 in a month. I don't want you to wish for a new boyfriend, girlfriend, new house, a trip away. I don't want you to wish for anything like that. I want you to wish for something really small. So it could be, I want to have fun over the next month, or I want to enjoy a good night's sleep on consecutive nights. Or it could be, I want to manifest someone who can help me with a project I'm working on. So something that's not critical to your life, something that's not super, like big for you to manifest. Some of you could manifest, I'm getting someone wants to manifest earrings. Great, right? If you want, you can practice with how many blue butterflies can I manifest, or how many yellow cars, or how many green cars can I manifest. It's up to you. Choose something that you do not have huge emotional attachment to, because this is about practicing manifesting. So start with something that's fairly insignificant to you. And then you're going to just say to the universe, right, I want to manifest blue butterflies over the next month. And you don't have a particular attachment to blue butterflies. They're pretty, you like them, but it's not life or death for you, right? Then allow. So every day when you get up, you're going to say to the universe, oh, I'm waiting to see the blue butterflies. And then you go out and about and you keep your eyes open for the blue butterflies, okay? So I want you to start doing that. Practice this for a month. And a month might seem a long time, but actually it really isn't. And in that month, what you're doing is practicing the ebb and flow of following inspiration. So you might get a nudge to walk down the road and you're like, not sure I want to go that way. And it's like, no, please go that way. It's quite an insistent nudge. And when you walk down, there's a giant logo of a blue butterfly on the wall, right? So you want to follow those nudges and use this as a way to practice what you want. Practice manifesting. Practice being detached from the process, right? Practice being able and willing to follow the nudges. Practice allowing yourself to follow the nudges. Don't pick something to try and manifest that you have huge kind of desire around. Pick something quite insignificant. And if you do that, I think you will find that you see blue butterflies absolutely blooming everywhere. Okay. Right. I shall love you and leave you, given that the signal is so rubbish. And I will see you all next week as usual. Please remember as well to keep a lookout for some stuff about the book. It's very exciting. I'm getting it back from the editor this week. And I will start the marketing of the book in the week coming up. We're going to see a lot about it. And I'm offering a free chapter just so you can get a feel for the book as well. I'm very excited about this. This has been a 6-month project that I've been working on, and I'm really excited to share it all with you. So sending you lots of love. If you have any questions about focus, if you have any questions